is Desmond, and I welcome you to my lesson for today, where we will be looking at your mathematics. So, ladies and gentlemen, as always, please do allow me to say it is very much important that I say it is very, very much important because, honorable members, what I'm about to say it's massively, massive. I'm about to make an indication that I'm actually suspecting that the network is not so good, and you might find that I'm lagging. So I see there, Joanita Munisi is present, Anos World is present, Mapula Letsualo is present. So guys, just let me know if everything is clear on your side. Can you clearly see there? Can you clearly hear me? Yebo no makao. Rahun 4000, that is Tefara. Tefara is also present. Tefara is also present. Yes, as clear. Alemez is there. Mapula says it's fine. Okay, then it's fine, guys. Let me not waste time, and then straight away we get into it. I've got some problems that I would like for us to refresh our minds on. So these are the fraction equations. I will take one by one, and then we look at it and we try to deal with those one by one. So number one, I will write that down. Kendra Isaki has just joined. Kendra Isaki is present. So we are having x that you plus it with a 1 at the bottom. You've got 2x minus 1 that you plus it with 1, and then all of that is being equated to 0. Remember, guys, just in case if you might be attending my lesson for the very first time today, please be aware that we do lessons in two ways. The first way, it's an official lesson which is being conducted on Zoom. Those are the official lessons. But when it comes to the Zoom, the YouTube lessons, these are just additional lessons to refresh our minds, just so that when it is the times for exams, you won't need to do a revision on these topics that you should score 100%. But during exam time, you'll just make sure that you focus on the complicated topics. So some of these problems, they will definitely help you in working out problems in other topics, because in mathematics, it's either you have a problem which is in a form of a linear, in a form of a fraction, or in a form where you need to apply some exponential laws. So there we are having a problem, and I'm challenging you guys to give it a try and let me know what the answer is. I will give you maybe 5 minutes on this one to very quickly work it out. Once you've got an answer, you just comment in the comment section with your answer, and then from there, we will very quickly work it out to check if my answer will be the same as the one that you are going to get. So very much important, honorable members, that on this one, you participate so that you are able to see that in case if you've got a problem similar to this, you will then know that I've got my external light connected. Is because I don't think it's load shedding, but there's something with the power line which affected the lights. So that is why, yes, that's why I had to make other means. So guys, what is the answer there for that one? I hope I've copied it correctly. Numerator is x plus 1. At the bottom, you've got a 2x minus 1 plus 1 equals to 0. So what is it that you are getting as your answer? Augustine is present. Asandi Somateiwan is also present. Kendra Isaki. We also have Anesu. Okay. Then it's fine. Guys, how is it going that side? Are you winning there? Are you working on it? What's happening? So you're only remaining with 1 minute 5 seconds. Yes, that is the time that is remaining. So seeing that I'm on 20%, we might need to reduce that time so that we make sure that we do all this until the last one. I haven't seen any comments related to the answers, so I'm just hoping that those are on the way. Then once you get an answer, you will comment. Not even a single comment up to this stage. Since you guys commented present, x is equals to 0. Okay. That 0, it looks convincing. I can already see that possibly it is 0, because if you put 0, it makes it 0. Then it's like you have 1 divided by -1, which is -1. When you plus it with 1, it gives you 0. So I can already tell you, but the question now is, how do you work it out? So remember, guys, the main aim when dealing with the fractions is to try and make sure that by all means you have something over something, which is equals to something over something, just so that you can cross multiply. At all the times when you have a fraction, try to structure those fractions such that you can cross multiply, meaning one fraction on the left, one fraction on the right. So on the left, we can say we have x plus 1 over 2x minus 1, which is equals to, take this to the other side, it changes the sign, it becomes -1. So let's force also the right hand side to be a fraction, which means you will also need to divide that by 1. Remember, dividing it by 1, it doesn't change anything. So now you can easily cross multiply because you have a fraction on the left, a fraction on the right. So when you cross multiply, it means that will multiply with that. So it's like you're saying 1, it's multiplying with x, plus that is equals to, that will multiply with that. So it's like in this case, you have -1, which is multiplying with 2x minus 1. This is where now you do that by that, that by that. 1 times x, it is just 1x. 1 times 1 is 1. That times that, it ends up being -2x. That times that, trust me, negative by negative gives you positive, and then 1 times 1, it is 1. And then if you take this to the other side, it becomes a x. This 2 changes the sign, it becomes plus 2x, which will be equals to, you take this one to the other side. Trust me, you already have that one, you minus it with that one because that one is to change the sign. This is invisible 1 plus 2, it makes it 2. No, 3x. This minus that, trust me, it gives you 0. So you need to remove that 3. That's why you divide both sides by 3, so that that can cancel with that. Then your x, it ends up being that divided by that, which is equals to 0. And then it ends there. Trust me, honorable members, to some of you, it might feel like I was moving at a faster pace, but that was the slowest pace that you should understand with. Anything slower than that, it is just an indication that you need. Okay, so guys, I was saying, most importantly, this is a recording. As soon as this lesson is done, you will be able to catch it up. So that means you can be able to watch it again, um, and then it should make sense. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question, which is question number 2. It looks like marker. It's not markering. We are having x where you minus 2 at the bottom. We are having x that we plus it with that, and this is being equated to 2x that you plus it with 1, and the whole of that we minus 7 on that one. So remember guys, these problems that we are doing, these are not the complicated problems. These are the problems which will prepare you to what we are going to be doing on our next lesson, which is something that is going to be even more complicated than this. So just be aware that our next lesson will consist of some more complicated problems. But remember, once I've written that, everything else that I say, it's not that much important, to an extent that even if you did not hear what I was saying, you should worry. Shouldn't worry. You shouldn't worry. You shouldn't worry about anything. So there's a problem, honorable members. I'm going to give you 2 minutes on this one. So that means within 2 minutes, you need to say ka 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 ka. Bese oqetele. Bese oqetele means then you are done. So that means you need to be very quick on that one. Let's see. In today's lesson, honorable members, we need to be very careful of time because my battery, it's on less than 20%. When I started this lesson, it was on 20%, which means now it's probably below or towards 15%. So that is the reason why we will need to be quick on this. So that is the answer, honorable members. 2 minutes to work it out. We've got some more 3 questions that we still need to do. Soon as we are done with this one, then we can look into those 3. And then from there, I'll just be waiting for the answers. No answer. Okay. Wasithwala wazidani. Okay, Justo 44 says x equals to 1 or x equals to negative 13. Okay. Anna's World, that and that. Augustino, that and okay. Then it's fine. Looks like you guys are getting the same answers. Let's see. Do we have a fraction on the left? Yes. Do we have a fraction on the right? Yes. So it means straight away we can just cross multiply, which means that multiplying with that and then that multiplying with that. So that means one can easily say we have x minus 2. We also have x minus 7. This is equals to 2x that you plus it with 1, and then here we have x that you plus it with 0. Then you've got that multiplying with that, meaning we've got x squared minus 7x, that by that it becomes minus 2x, that by that, trust me, it gives you positive 14. You do the same also on this side. You say that by that it gives you 2x squared, that by that, trust me, it gives you positive 2x, that by that, it will also give you a 1x, that by that, it will give you 1. So this is the step where you can easily make a mistake. It doesn't end here, honorable members. What you can also do, um, it doesn't matter how you do it, as long as at the end of the day, remember guys, at the end of the day, it's a shortcut for at the end of the day, because we are now working on time. So some of these things I'll just take a shortcut. So when you hear me saying at the end of the day, just know that at the end of the day means at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, we have this going to the other side. So that means yes. Before I even take this one to the other side, maybe let me work out the like terms on the left hand side so that at the end of the day, we are not confusing each other. Maybe let me do this and say I'm going to work out these two because these are the like terms. So that means I've got x squared minus 8, 9. So that means it's negative 9, and then we've got 14 there. Then you have this one, it doesn't have its like term on the right hand side of the equal sign. 1 plus 2, trust me, that gives you 3x plus that 1. So this is where now you can take something to the other side. So what I was saying was, how about I take that to the other side? How about I take also that to the other side and also that one to the other? So that means on the right I'm going to remain with 0. No, on the left I'm going to remain with 0 because I'm taking everything to the other side. Already we have 2x squared. This one, it goes there as a visitor. It has to change the currency from a plus to a minus. And then already we have 3x. That's why I'm starting with 3x. And then this one, it goes to the right side as a visitor. And then it becomes, changes the currency. It becomes positive that. Evan, this one is there already. You take this to the other side, also it becomes a visitor. And then I'm already thinking about the answer, even though it's not the correct one. But what I wanted to write was that it becomes negative 40. So you have that on that side, and then this minus that, trust me, that gives you that, this and that, trust me, it gives you 12x, and this and that, trust me, gives you negative 13. So now what you need to do, it is to factorize. You've got x there. One can say 13. I'm not sure if you refer to that as 13, but it doesn't really matter that much whether it is 13 or 13. At the end of the day, we write it the same way. So now, when you say double that, it takes you there. Double da, it takes you somewhere, double da, it takes you somewhere, double. No, the bigger number takes the sign of the middle term, yes. So can you guys see, after you get the factors, do not rush to continue, but try to check and say, if you say double da, does it give you that? Okay, if you say double da, what does it give you? And if you say double da, what does it give you? Will it take you back to that middle term? And then what about double da? Will it take you there? If the answer is a yes, then you can continue, which means you end up having 0, which is equals to that, or 0 is equals to that. And then if you take 13 to the other side, it changes the sign. So it's like your x is equals to negative 13 or 13. Then your x, if you take that one to the other side, it becomes positive 1. And this is how you would work it out. So guys, because I'm on 1%, I think we are not one. We might move at a speed of light. So maybe we write it down and then we will work it out together. So let's see, this one, it is 3x, that is added by what, which is equals to 11. Okay, so now let's see. Remember guys, what I said was you might need to make sure that on the left hand side you've got a fraction, and on the right hand side you've got a fraction. How can we fractionalize or rearrange this thing such that at the end of the day, on the left hand side we've got say you are lagging, you are lagging, you are lagging. How about now, honorable members? Am I still lagging, or is it better now? I think I'll have to wait until I get an indication. Say there's no audio. Shokuthi angizwakali vele. Guys, say I can hear and see. Okay. Ali the Ali's better. Okay. So guys, what I'm trying to say is, how about we take this to the other side, so that we can somehow say we've got a fraction on the left and then we fractionalize on the right hand side. So it's like I'm saying, let's say 4x minus 1 is equal. You see on the right side you already have 11, and then that 3x, if you take it on the other side, it changes the sign, it becomes minus that. If you guys remember, I said if you get to a situation where you want to fractionalize something, just say all of that over 1. It makes it very much easier to say all of that over 1. 1 doesn't change anything. If you divide by 1, if you multiply by 1, it doesn't change whatever that you are dividing, whatever that you are multiplying. So now can you see, you can easily cross multiply, meaning can say that it cross multiplies with that, and then you can easily say you've got x minus 1 inside the brackets, you've got 11 minus 3x, which is equals to, you cross multiply that, and then you've got 4 times 1, which is 4. Now this is where you need to do double da, double da. That's our Amapiano song, honorable members. You've got double da, which makes it 11x. A double da, it makes it a negative 3x. A double da, it makes it negative 11. A double da, trust me, negative and then negative, it gives you positive. Then you've got positive 3x. The whole of this is equals to 4. And then maybe, why do we not just take this 4 to the other side, just so that at the end of the day we do not waste much of our precious time and the space. So that means if you take it to the other side, it changes the sign, it becomes minus 4, and then you equate it to 0. But the question now is, why would you take it to the other side? It is because you saw this thing. You see, the moment you see something squared, just know that at the end of the day, you are going to factorize. So that is why you have to take everything to the other side and equate it to 0, because this thing, it is a quadratic, meaning at the end of the day, you're going to have two possible answers. You're going to have to factorize. So now let's see. We have that, of which we know we start with it because it is the one which has x squared. And then, where's the other one that has a x? It is 11x, 11 plus 3x, again, that is 14x, yes. And then, we've got negative 11 and negative 4. Trust me, it gives you negative 15. At all the times, we don't want to have a negative there, so that's why you will just change the sign of every term there, meaning you change the sign of this first term from a negative to positive. This one you change it from positive to negative, and then this one from negative to a positive. Then you've got equals to 0. Whether you say negative 0, positive 0, it makes no difference. And then what you need to do now, it is to factorize. So the question now is, how are we going to factorize this one? Maybe let me guess. I think we can say we are going to have that. We are going to have that. And then, let's see. I can already see, let's say 5. Eh? Let's see, that times that to make it that, this times that, it will make it 15. And no ngisasekhona, my phone did not die, I'm still here, but it looks like the network is not so good. I think it's because my Wi-Fi is disconnected and I'm using my mobile data while there's no power. So that is why maybe my Wi-Fi is disconnected. But guys, how about now? Is it still lagging? Better now. Okay. While it is still better, I did factorize that. And then back to lagging again. It's lagging again. I need someone. Guys, can you see what I'm saying there? I'm saying you will do those two as your homework. The reason to that is because it seems like it keeps on lagging, so it might come out not as a good lesson. But I think we will have to leave it here. You can take a screenshot of that, which will serve as your homework. And in our next lesson, we will continue from there. So I was just saying, it looks like my network, my Wi-Fi is disconnected because of the power outage. So I'm currently using my mobile data, which seems like it is not so strong. So it is for that reason where I'm saying you might need to do problem number 4 and 5 as your homework. And then on our next lesson, we will start from there. So I think we might leave it here, honorable members. If I see Mwano saying, Nzena langande Mwano, Ndova. If I don't see those words, it means you did not hear everything that I was saying. I wasn't clear. But the moment I see libitso la ka ke Mapula Letswalo, nagijwile, kusho ukuthi ninzwile. Kusho ukuthi ninzwile nonke dzena langa ndimuwano ndova. Okay. Let me also take a screenshot so that I have these questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do thank you very much for joining. Trust me, even today, my name starts with letter D, and guess what? I am out. Shokti sengiphumile manje. So dibana ngelinye elanga. So dibana elinye elanga simply means we will meet on another day, another war, another day, another war, another day, another war. Do you understand now? What are you guys still waiting for now? Because the lesson is done. Oh. What are you still waiting for? Since you not see that Moano said she's out, so can you not see that I signed out? Can you not see? What are you guys still waiting for? Just click on that like button. Oh. I don't know why you, but can you please just click on that? Oh. Hey, Chineke. Hey, I'm out. Oh. My name starts with letter D. Oh. Seng Pumilo.